Over in Perth, Dr Peter Ricci has arrived for his shift. When not working as a vet at Perth Zoo, he's on duty here at the animal hospital. Today, aggressive mini fox terrier Lottie needs urgent attention.
I can't really get up close and examine Lottie because she's far too ferocious and I really don't want to get bitten. Lottie has a Superglue packet stuck to her, but it looks like there's a wound associated with that.
Owner Jonathan found little Lottie distressed when he returned home from work, but he was unable to remove the superglue.
I think it might have been on one of the tables, and she's quite adventurous, finding ways up onto tables. So she'd gotten a hold of a little tube and then ended up gluing some of her fur together, and then from her moving about, when it's set, it's pulled away out of her skin by the looks of it.
Peter can't tackle the glue until Lottie has settled down, but he's having no luck getting anywhere near the distraught little dog.
It's okay, it's okay. Be calm.
So it's time to change tactics.
My nurses are absolutely amazing and wonderful with handling animals, and sometimes a male is not the best person to come in when we have a nervous dog in here as well. So some dogs will respond better to a female.
Hello, it's okay.
So I'm calling in my wonderful nurse, Katrina, to give me a hand.
But with every passing minute, the superglue is hardening and the risk of the open wound getting infected increases.
I'm a little concerned that she's injured herself and cut her skin there. I can see blood, but the superglue packet itself is actually covering the wound, so I need to investigate a little bit closer there. If it is looking too nasty, we may need to take her to a surgery.
Good girl.
I think part of the issue is that I am male, and dogs sometimes find the bit of male energy a little bit too much and a bit too scary, and sometimes a feminine touch is a more appropriate way to handle them.
Come on, Lottie. Good girl. I know you're brave. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, good girl. Come on.
Oh, lovely. Leave it to the expert. Yeah.
So this is Pete. Be brave.
Hey, sweet
He
Pete.
won't hurt you.
Are you a bit angry still? Yeah, you are.
It's okay. Should we get you a muzzle?
Yeah.
That looks quite sore.
Looks like she's had a good chew at it.
It's got all teeth marks in it.
Yeah.
Before Peter attempts to handle Lottie, he needs to give her some pain relief.
Oh no. There we go. Done.
No.
Before I get to the super glue, I just want to make sure Lottie's otherwise healthy and well. I'm not going to look at your mucous membranes because I might lose a finger.
Good girl. It's okay.
Oh, I know.
Lottie, come
I
here.
know, Lottie. You need to calm down.
Oh.
Calm down.
It's okay. He's just listening.
I can't hear your heart properly when you're growling, Lottie.
Peter is going to use a solvent to try and soften the glue so he can remove the tube and hopefully ease Lottie's discomfort.
All right, so this is the product that we use to help break down glue. We normally use it on medical grade glue, I suppose, so I'm hoping that it will work on super glue.
If the solvent doesn't work, Peter will have to take more drastic measures.
We might need to get some more drugs.
But unfortunately, the solvent is not working.
It's quite nasty. It's so matted.
The whole hair is glue.
For Peter, Lottie's predicament brings back an unexpected childhood memory.
I accidentally superglued my mouth shut once.
What?
I was trying to get the lid off. I can empathise a lot with Lottie. I've actually been in a similar situation myself where I accidentally ended up supergluing my mouth shut. I was very panicked. However, after a few minutes, my saliva ended up eating away at the superglue and I was able to open my mouth and talk again.
Oh, I know.
However, using saliva on Lottie is not an option tonight. Now that I've given Lottie some pain relief, I'm going to try clipping some of her fur.
As if we can get past.
If we can get underneath that bit of chunk of glue, yeah. Oh, this might be starting to work. Lottie's clearly very upset with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to calm down, Lottie. She's feeling pain. Are we able to get a head tapper? To her head?
Yeah. Maybe don't pat slowly.
I've just tried to clip the Superglue away using my clippers, and this hasn't really been a good success. Lottie's reacting way too much and is way too stressed as well. Oh no, I'll leave that. Lottie's obviously in a bit of pain, and the Superglue's actually come out from the packet and gone all through her coat in this area here, so there's a big mass of hair and glue that I can't get the clippers behind. It's too firmly attached for me to do with her conscious. She's clearly quite distressed, so the next step would be to anaesthetise her so she can't feel this and she's a lot more calm, and that way I can be a little bit more aggressive with removing this, this tube. But Lottie's a little dog and it holds a high risk.
At the animal hospital in Perth, removing the superglue stuck to Lottie's side is turning out to be a marathon challenge for Peter.
It's a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. All right, sweetie.
Lottie, you gonna be brave. Good kill. Oh, well done.
Well done.
She didn't even feel that.
No, she didn't react to that.
Good kill.
The leaking tube of glue is so firmly stuck that Peter has been forced to anaesthetise Lottie.
Oh, yeah.
He has to work quickly to avoid causing her any more distress. Lottie's worried owner Jonathan is waiting out in reception.
I could recognise her whimper, so yeah, it was a bit difficult to hear. Hopefully she pulls through and yeah, there's not any serious injuries.
There you go.
Slowly give this drug until she gets sleepy.
Feeling a little bit funny.
Now that Lottie's asleep, I'm going to try and use a scalpel blade to trim her hair and remove the superglue. It's a little bit more risky than using the clippers because the scalpel blade's a very sharp instrument and I could easily slip and cut her if I'm not careful. I really don't want to have to sew her back together tonight. She's got a big wound under there and hopefully I can just remove this by shaving her hair.
But Peter has discovered that the glue is not only stuck to her fur, it's also penetrated her skin.
There's a lot of glue over her skin and it's extremely adhered to her. I'm going to try and just shave the hair and remove the super glue completely, and hopefully that'll just be a quick and easy fix. It's just the first layer that's come off, it's not actually a defect.
Oh, it's sore.
It is.
I'm going to give her another 0.1.
I think I'm going to have to actually...
Surgically remove it.
It's really firmly attached to her skin, so I don't see many other options apart from actually removing a bit of skin with the glue as well. We'll keep trying to avoid that, but I'm a little concerned that if I keep going, I'm going to end up causing too much trauma to the skin, and we'll end up having to do that anyway.
Just giving another 0.1.
I'm using the scalpel blade, and it's not really working. Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out another way. I've decided to use a different instrument called a forceps. I'm just trying to gently use it to open.
Oh, that's working.
Yeah.
The forceps are doing the trick, but it's a painstaking process. And due to her small size, little Lottie can't stay under anaesthetic for too much longer.
Another 0.1.
Yeah.
She's still reacting. Give her another 0.1.
Yep.
Blood pressure's dropping a little bit.
It's almost off now, Kat. It's just a little bit that's firmly attached right in the middle.
Blood pressure's at 71 and her heart rate's 94.
Thanks, man. Yay, it's off.
Oh, God.
Fantastic. It's off, it's removed, it's done. Oh my gosh, look at it.
Can we clip it and clean it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Didn't go initially how I thought it was going to go, but we got there in the end, and thankfully we didn't actually need to give her a full surgery today.
Some soothing antibiotic cream will help the wound to heal. And a stocking net will keep it protected.
It makes her look like a chicken and roll. Come on, Lottie. Hello. It's amazing. We've managed to get this super glue off and I'm giving Lottie back to John. It was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be initially. She has got a significant area of trauma to her skin there, so ideally we just want to keep this one over the wound area itself. This stockinet's just there to hold that in place.
She'll need a cone of shame.
And cone of shame as well.
Good girl.
We'll definitely make an effort next time to keep super glue locked away.
Hopefully she's learned her lesson as well.
I'm Dr. Kate Adams and welcome to Bondi Pet, a new destination for pet health and well-being. Our site is filled with everything to fulfill your pet's needs so that you can make healthy choices for your pets.